In grade school, you might have been taught that English only has 5 vowels, or maybe 6 if you include Y, but that's not really true. It is true that English only uses about 5 or 6 letters to represent the vowel sounds that it has, but it actually has a lot more than 5. Depending on the dialect, there's around 15 to 20 vowel sounds in English. This often isn't obvious even to native speakers because a lot of these different vowels are actually written with the same letters. For instance, the vowel in the word not is written with an O, but O is also used for the vowel in the word note. It's just that the silent E at the end reminds you to read it differently. Those two are pretty obviously different, but how do we tally up the vowels? Like, are the sounds in the words bad, bat, and band all the same vowel? The way linguists investigate this for a language is by looking for minimal pairs. Basically, what this means is that two sounds are distinct if you can put them in the exact same position and they sound differently. So let's put this to the test with the sounds I and E. Is I just a variant of E that shows up in some context? No, and we know that because this is a minimal pair for those vowels. The two words hid and heed are the exact same phonetic context. The sound is coming after a h and before a d. So if we're going to acknowledge that these are two separate words, then the only thing that could be distinguishing them would be that vowel. Therefore, there's two separate vowels. And the h, d context is actually pretty common, and you can find a lot of minimal pairs with this. For instance, hid, head, heed, had, hood. But now let's go back to the question of bad, bat, and band. All three of those sounds sound a little bit different. For instance, in bad, it's a pretty long sound, and bat, it's kind of short, and then in band, it's even more different. But these aren't minimal pairs for those sounds because the phonetic context is different in each case. They all start with the b sound, but one ends in t, one ends in d, and one ends in d. So linguists don't actually consider these separate vowels, but rather variants of one underlying vowel. But yeah, even with this strict classification for what a vowel is, there's actually a lot more than 5 in English. Whereas if you do the exact same minimal pair test in like Spanish, there actually are only 5. One thing people will sometimes disagree on is whether you should count diphthongs as vowels. So in the word hi, there's like 2 separate vowel sounds. It's like hi. But even if you don't count those, I'm pretty sure English still has like 12.